Hey everybody, so today I just want to share a kind of free open source tool with everyone. If you are interested in using this, you're welcome to. The link to this repository is in the description for the video. But basically what this is it is a database GUI. It's not particular to any one type of database. So, if you're working with MySQL, SQL Server, Cassandra Apache, even could be SQLite, right? This could be a universal tool for just working with those types of databases. Doesn't directly have support for like NoSQL databases. There are some workarounds for that. So this is ODBC based. So it's using the Windows ODBC data sources to connect and using those ODBC drivers. Even some of those NoSQL databases like MongoDB, there are third-party ODBC drivers you can use that basically allow you to treat NoSQL databases like SQL. So CData, for example, makes one for MongoDB that allows you to treat MongoDB almost like it's a SQL database, even though it's NoSQL. So you still can, use your basic SQL queries to, retrieve that information and whatnot, which is kind of cool. So what this does on startup is it reads a list of all of your ODBC connections from the Windows registry. So you can select the one you want. And once you've selected one, it's going to populate here with all of the tables in that database. So I can double click on a table and it will populate all of the data in that table. So it'll give me the column names, it'll read those, and then it'll read the actual data. And I can go, read different tables. Most of these are empty. They're just, demo, information. These are also sortable. So, I can sort in, ascending, descending order by, any columns. There is, if you click here, just some help information on how to use this application. If you click on this little icon, it's going to install the C++ redistributable and the MySQL ODBC drivers. I mostly work with MySQL, so that works great for me. If for whatever reason you wanted this install button to install other stuff, different drivers and whatnot, you can easily modify that just following the template I'm using. But that's typically what I'm working with. I have this little ODBC manager, which I actually have a separate video. So if you're interested in that, I have a separate video already posted about my ODBC manager. This is just going to try to launch the ODBC manager. In my case, I actually don't have that installed on this machine. So it's going to say, hey, there was an error starting the ODBC manager. Doesn't look like you have it installed. Do you want to install it now? So if you wanted to, you could just click yes. In my case, I don't right now. If you're interested in that tool, there's a separate video already posted. Another thing you can do here is save the current table to Excel. So I can say, here, I want to, export DB. So it's just going to take this current table and save it to a CV file. So now I have that table exported to Excel. I can work with the data in Excel. So it makes it easy to just get data out of a database and into Excel, which I find a lot of times when we have data in the databases don't know how to work with databases. So they're frequently asking for ways to export certain data. So this gives them a simple way to do that. Kind of one last thing, this also does have the ability down here for you to enter custom SQL queries. So you can kind of define any query you want here and execute it on this data source. So just a really simple example. Let's do select star from fetch data. So when we run this query, it should just give us this exact same data that's in this table. So I can just right click and run query. And it outputs this results table, which is basically just the data that was returned. So it checks to see if any data is returned. If no data is returned, you don't get any dialog, showing results. So like if I just executed a command like delete, or truncate or something like that, something that doesn't return results, it's not going to pop this up, but for something that will return results like a select, I get this information. So I now can see my results. I can also apply custom stuff here. So if I want to do like where cust number is greater than 90,000, I can run that query. And now I only get this Steve Jones here because he's the only person with a customer number higher than 90,000. So I can kind of use that to retrieve the information that I want from the database quickly and easily. And I can execute different functions here that aren't directly mapped, here. So, I don't have functions pre-built for you to, insert, delete, drop, stuff like that. But you can execute all of that from down here. So yeah, just kind of highlighting this is just a database GUI. Not much different from, like SQL Workbench, if you've used Heidi SQL, stuff like that, BeaverDB. A lot of those have a lot more development time into them than this, so they've got a lot more features, but basically the goal is just have a fully LabVIEW based way to do those same things. So in active development, goal is to also be able to add some right clicks to these tables so you can, do different kind of pre-built operations for, cloning a table, dropping a table, creating a table, stuff like that. But for right now, it does all the selects and everything. So it'll list all your tables, select all the data, and anything else you can custom apply down here, which also makes it universal in that it will work with any ODBC compliant database because you can use any custom queries down here to do anything that you need to. So that's pretty much it. If you're interested in this tool, the link to this repository is in the description for the video, and you're welcome to take it and use it however you want. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.